Good morning. And how is everybody doing this morning? Oh, I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. Oh, good. I am glad to hear it. So on behalf of ASU Gammage, I'd like to welcome you to the Molly Blank Fund Performances for Students. We'd like to start with a land acknowledgement today. ASU acknowledges the 22 tribal nations and communities that have inhabited this land for centuries. Arizona State University's 4 metropolitan campuses are located in the Salt River Valley on the ancestral territories of indigenous peoples, including the Akimel O'odham, Pima, and the Peeposh, Maricopa Indian communities, whose care and keeping of these lands allows us to be here today. They are still here, and ASU acknowledges the sovereignty of these nations and seeks to foster an environment of success and possibility for Native American students and patrons. So my name is Michael Reed. I am the Senior Director of Programs and Organizational Initiatives here at ASU Gammage, where we have offered performances for students for over 25 years as part of our Connecting Communities mission. We're happy to be able to welcome 200 K through 12 students today into the theater. We also have about 300 students watching the live stream. They're joining us, hey live streamers. They are joining us from Chandler, Glendale, Peoria, and Tucson even. So today, we're very excited to present Leela Dance Collective. Leela Dance Collective is an international touring dance company that advances kathak, classical dance from North India. Leela Dance Collective has garnered critical acclaim under the artistic direction of renowned kathak artist Rukhmani Mehta, Seibi Lee, and Rachna Nivas. Through traditional works and genre-crossing collaborations, the collective brings the richness and depth of Indian classical dance to audiences worldwide. And today, lucky enough, it's us. But before we start today, we can't do this alone here at ASU Gammage, bring these great artists for performances for students. So I'd like to thank some very special people that make this possible. Our title sponsor and major donor is the Molly Blank Fund. Do we have Carmen Blank, or members of Molly Blank? Could you please raise your hand to let us thank you? ASU Gammage would also like to thank the Abbott Family Foundation. Abbott Family Foundation, please. Thank you. APS, Target, the Seiden Family Endowment, and SRP. Finally, thank you to all of our ASU Gammage VIP Club donors. I'd like to ask all the donors who are here today to stand so we can thank them for their generosity in making this happen. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. After the performance, there will be time for a question and answer session. So students in the audience, start thinking of your questions during the show. And students watching online, please type your questions in the chat. Now, what we're here for, please join me in welcoming to the ASU Gammage stage, Leela Dance Collective.
Hi everyone, namaskar. Can everyone say namaskar? Nice job. So as said, we are Leela Dance Collective. And in Leela Dance Collective, we do a style of dance called kathak. Can everyone say kathak? Nice. So kathak is a style of dance that has fast turns and a lot of quick footwork and storytelling. And so today, to start us off, you're gonna see a piece called Rangmanch. Rang means color, and Rangmanch means coloring the stage. And so you'll be seeing a few things you might recognize, like a bell, right? This is how we show a bell. Some flowers, like picking flowers, and then even a conch shell. So here, we're going to get started with Rukhmani.
The next piece that we will perform is a piece called Tat. The Mughal Empire was a vast empire that spanned all of South Asia. During this time, the royal families provided patronage to artists, writers, poets, and dancers alike, who assembled and performed in the courts at the time. During this time, a significant amount of kathak technique was developed. In this piece, you'll see some of that turn technique and rhythmic patterns in footwork. Tat.
Wow. Kathak comes from the word gatha, which means story. And kathakas, who we all are, tell so many stories and embody many different characters, a single person. Today, we will be presenting to you one such story, and it is called a gat bhav. Gat means to move, and bhav means to express. And kathakas, or storytellers, use gestures to communicate to you and tell these wonderful stories. Sasha, looks like I've lost my helper, my assistant. There we go. Seema, would you like to show some gestures? And how would you all like to follow along in your seat? Okay? Ready? Okay. How about a butterfly? Ooh, nicely done. How about a flower and a tree? Ooh, look at that swish in the air. Yeah. How about a bird? Ooh, what kind of bird do you think that is? Yeah, nice. See, you have all just learned the language of storytelling. Thank you, Seema. We are going to tell you the story of Govardhan Giri. A long time ago, the villagers of Vrindavan, a village in India, prayed to the Lord Indra, who was the god of rain and thunder and lightning. Rain is the life force for everything, for food, water. And when they stopped praying to Indra, he got angry and he was furious. He said, "Go, get me my bow." And he shot an arrow into the clouds, unleashing torrential rain and thunder, flooding all of Vrindavan. The people of Vrindavan, scared, prayed to Lord Krishna, the one who holds the bamboo flute, to save them. And he lifts the entire mountain of Govardhana on his finger, saving them all. Govardhanagiri. The women of Vrindavan holding pots of water, make preparations for their daily prayers, gathering flowers and offering these flowers as a part of the prayer. A garland. Please give us rain, they pray. A bell, blowing the conch shell, and placing a small tika, decorating him. in comes in Lord Krishna, holding the wooden flute. Seeing the villagers praying to Indra, he asks, why? Don't pray to him, pray instead to the true one. Seeing that they have heard his message, he departs. But Indra has noticed and is angry. The proud king of the heavens. Strong, powerful, arrogant. These people don't pray to me? How dare they? I will teach them a lesson. Go, get me my bow. He looks for a cloud and he shoots. Rain, water. Pours and pours and pours. Lightning strikes. Thunder. And Vrindavan is flooded. Water everywhere. The men of Vrindavan are devastated. They see the rain, the water has destroyed their crops, their homes, their cattle. The homes have been broken. Everything is lost. The women of Vrindavan look to the skies, terrified. The lightning and thunder. They pull their young ones to safety, to comfort them. And the children of Vrindavan are terrified. The men of Vrindavan gather their boats. They pick up the oar and step into the boat and row the villagers to safety. finding safe land, they guide the women, children to land. And they pray to Krishna to save them. Krishna arrives. He comforts them. Don't worry, I am here. He puts his flute away. And he picks up the entire mountain on his finger, moving all of the people to safety.
Wow, those are so many characters. Wasn't that amazing? That just one dancer could create an entire village in front of us and could show so many different emotions. That's one of the most exciting things for us as dancers, that we get to become different things, people of all ages, animals, trees, rocks, and that's the fun part for us. But did you know that in addition to being a storytelling art form, kathak is also mathematical? Yeah, dance, math, but yes, it is very mathematical. And that's what you're going to see highlighted in this next piece. We all have heard about yoga, I'm sure, but maybe you haven't heard about kathak yoga. The next piece that the dancers are going to perform is called kathak yoga, and it was created by our teacher, the late Master Pandit Chitresh Das. In kathak yoga, the dancers are going to recite a 16-beat rhythmic cycle. They are going to sing, and they're going to dance fast footwork, complex rhythms, intricate movements, and fast turns, all at the same time. Layering all these different things requires incredible amount of strength, stamina, and focus, because we cannot get distracted. But before you see the performers come on stage, we all are going to recite the 16-beat rhythmic cycle together. So let's start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 1. And now we have completed an entire rhythmic cycle of 16 beats. So try to recognize this 16-beat cycle when the dancers come on stage. And another fun thing to do would be to count the number of turns that they take. Okay, enjoy. So how many turns did you count? 239? How many? 153. 17. Okay, well. all those numbers are really large numbers. Okay, I'm impressed. I'm impressed with the counting, and I hope you are impressed with all the turns that the dancers took. They worked very hard. So the next piece that we are going to perform, and this is the last piece for today, is called a tarana. A tarana is a composition made with abstract syllables and is characterized by fast footwork, fast turns, fast stances, crisp stances, and you will also see a bird. Can you guess what bird this might be? Let's try again. Big, colorful feathers. A peacock. You got it. You are going to see a peacock, which is the national bird of India.
Thank you so much for joining us today. We've loved having all of you in the audience. We're so excited to see what stories that you can tell one day. So just like we said at the beginning, namaskar.
Weren't they amazing? Leela Dance Collective, yes. And we have a chance for a short Q&A right now, so there will be people coming into the theater with microphones who can come to you and you can ask your question. Just say your name, your first name, loud and proud, and what school you're from. So our folks with the mics, can we start with questions? If you have a question, please raise your hand. Okay, right over here.
Yeah, that's a really great question. Thank you. It's really interesting because we all come from different cities, New York, San Francisco, Los Angeles, Denver. And so coming together was a really interesting but amazing process. So I think for each of us, the memorization process was different, but we basically did rehearsals continuously, weekly, and then we came together in person and really locked in the past week or so. So really, it's our body that's being thrown into the process, and we just go from there.
Over here, I think we have a question over here. Someone with the mic over here. Do we have a mic over here?
Hi, my name's Sophia, and I'm from Snorenski Elementary School. And the bells wrapped around your ankle, are they attached to the leggings under your dress?
Hi, that's a great question. They're not attached onto leggings under our dress. So what we do is it's like a really long string of bells, and we sit there, and before we dance, we wrap them around our ankles so that they stay on, and we tie them really, really tight so that they don't come off. But that's a great question. It'd be hard because then we'd have to get a lot of leggings with a lot of bells.
Hi, my name is Sydney, and I'm from Snorenski Elementary School. And why do you guys need bells on your ankles?
Can you repeat the question? Sorry.
Why do you need bells on your ankles?
Why do we wear bells around our ankles? Is that the question? Did I get it right? Okay.
Yes.
Well, it's interesting because all of us have been dancing for a prolonged period of time, and it's pretty traditional in our dance form to receive your bells, or as they're known, kunguru. And so our kunguru are given to us when we've reached a certain level in our dance. And so it's a really special moment, and it really accentuates our footwork. If you noticed, when we do certain movements, they go with the syllables, and you can really hear it with the bells. So it's like our musical instrument as dancers. Great question.
My name is Magnus. I'm from Thompson Montessori School, and what were your dresses made from?
That's a great question. So we have a lot of different costumes. Some of them are made from different materials. This one is a type of silk, both of our costumes. So that's why you can see it when we spin, it kind of comes up like this, and it's really shiny. So that's what our costumes are made from.
And from our online viewers, from the ASU World School, the question comes, how long does it usually take to master a dance?
That's a really interesting question. Thank you, Michael, for bringing in our online viewers and our live stream. It's interesting because I wouldn't say to master this dance. I think we're continuously learning. Even our teachers are also learning. So mastery really comes at the dancer's own personal experience and relationship to their teacher. So we're constantly learning. I don't think any of us have really achieved mastery, but that's, a term into itself.
Thank you. So I think we have time for two more quick questions. So right over here. Please say your first name loud and proud and what school you're from and your question.
Hi, my name is Marco, and I'm from Thompson Montessori School. And where did you get the necklace from?
I didn't hear it.
Sorry, could you repeat the question?
Where did you get the necklace from?
Your
The
necklace?
from. That's a great question. So all of our costumes, our bells, our jewelry, all come from India. So does anyone know where India is? What continent it is? You can just yell it out. Asia, nice. So all of our costumes and stuff come from India because our dance form is also from India.
So we have another question from the ASU World School. In which celebration are these dances performed?
That's a great question. And our form our dance form is really interesting because we have Hindu and Muslim influences. So there's multiple celebrations and festivals that we kind of perform for or we show up at. And each of our pieces is also characterized sometimes by different celebrations and festivals. And most of this influence, Hindu and Muslim, some of it has originated from India itself. So just like Sneha has said, our dance form comes from India. And yeah, great question.
So we have time for one more.
How do you, I'm right here.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, okay.
My name is Grayson. I'm from Sonoran Sky. My question is, how do you not get dizzy spinning that much?
Oh man, I wish I could tell you. That's a great question. So, has anyone heard of spotting? Yes, a few people. So when we turn, we concentrate really, really hard on one space, whether it's like a seat or a sign or a light, and then we just keep turning our heads really fast. We don't look at anything else, and that helps us stay from getting dizzy. And it's really hard. It takes a lot of practice, but it's really important to just keep staring at that one thing and not get distracted.
And a lot of times in a dance performance, if you go into the theater and just as the light goes down, you look behind you, you'll often see what they call a spotting light. And it's a light you can see as a dancer on stage, and that's where you go to. So, could we please give one more huge applause for Leela Dance Collective? Thank you so much.
Thank you for having
Incredible
us.
performance. And I would like to share, as I put these on, we're very excited about next year's performances for students, the 24-25 Molly Blank Fund performances for students. And we'll be presenting El Santo Golpe Afro-Cuban Music, Contratiempo Dance Company, Jazz Reach Music Ensemble, and Yellow Bird Indian dancers from right here in the Phoenix area. So thank you all for joining us today, and thank you to teachers and parents. Can we please thank our teachers and parents? I also very much appreciate our wonderful staff here at ASU Gammage who makes all of this happen. And especially our education program manager, the amazing Desiree Ong, yes, who makes these happen in all our K through 12 programs, and Tremaine Manahani, who has also helped us today on our staff. Thanks so much. And school groups, please stay seated in your seats until your school is dismissed. And homeschools and donors, you can get up and start exiting now. Thank you so much for coming. Take care.
Thank you so much.